Alright, let's see what Chapter 6 has for us. Grellia was definitely small scale, but that's because it's not the finale. Where are we going from here? It's such a strange thing to open the game on.
Half a month after the incident at Corellia Fortress, a sense of lingering unease still hung over the Empire.
Such a strange thing to end the game, not end the game on, start the game on, unless, yes, it's going to turn out to be relevant with Kia, which it must be, considering it's the exact same setup they used as in Zero, and they're not stupid, right? They realize why that setup works.
The government increased patrols by the railway military police as part of their counter-terrorism measures, while the noble faction bolstered their provincial armies. There were even rumors that they'd hired several Jaeger corps.
The war is coming.
At the
Only
center
a few
of everything
months.
was the Imperial Liberation Front. They had allied with a terrorist group from the Republic of Calvert to attack the trade conference in Crossbell.
This could end with Osborn getting
As we've
shot.
seen firsthand, had attacked Corellia Fortress in an attempt to fire the 2 railway guns stationed there. They'd made it abundantly clear that they were no mere insurgents. These were dangerous people we were dealing with. And following their attempts to target Chancellor Osborn and the reformist faction, rumors started to spread of a possible connection between the Imperial Liberation Front and the noble faction itself.
Makes sense.
Meanwhile,
Oh, we're getting this.
information was filtering in from Crossbell that surprised us all.
Yep.
During the conference,
Oh, I'm
one of the
excited for this.
representatives of Crossbell's state government made the daring declaration that Crossbell would soon declare its independence, breaking free from its neighbors Calvert and Erebonia. To no one's surprise, both the Imperial government and the noble faction dismissed it as nothing more than delusional raving.
Yeah.
One thing was clear. That declaration only served to increase the tension in Erebonia and across the continent.
It's the beginnings of the end. Why are there so many cars?
On a cool, clear autumn day, the Academy's prestigious board of directors gathered for their first meeting of the year.
Is that Mueller? He looks so young. Okay.
That concludes my biannual report.
Voiced.
Good, good. It seems the Academy is running like a well-oiled machine. No administrative issues to speak of. Student performance is sitting comfortably above the national average on exams and on general aptitude tests, too.
The second-year students seem to be having a banner year as well. The Student Council president, in particular, has built up an outstanding array of extracurricular achievements.
Well, she attended last month's trade conference, and from what I hear, she put the professional secretaries to shame. I only wish the conference could have ended on a more positive note.
I'll say, the share prices of my company have been on a real roller coaster ride ever since.
Undoubtedly, what happened at the trade conference has wreaked havoc on the economy as a whole. But moving on. I couldn't help but notice in the recent exam reports that Class 1 and 2's academic performance seems to be slipping. Perhaps the preferential treatment given to the upper class students is hindering their scholastic development?
Well, students belonging to the nobility are allowed to return home during August to learn more about their family's lands. It's a tradition here, but one I can't help but wonder if we've outgrown the need for in this modern age.
No,
If I
probably
may,
not.
Traditions accumulate and hold meaning only so long as they're preserved.
Sure.
Our nation's culture, its arts, its social classes, all are rich with tradition that makes Erebonia what it is. And I believe we have a duty to protect and uphold them. After all, does not this very institution champion the ideals of its founder, Emperor Dreigels?
Sure.
Indeed it does. Though I've always understood Dreigel's intent to be the founding of an academy for the people. Even 200 years ago, when education was seen as the province of the nobility, male commoners were permitted to enroll. Today, we have plenty of young women attending, and the commoners easily outnumber the nobles on campus. Perhaps it's time we started taking strides to realize Emperor Dreikel's true ideal.
You have.
You seem to be laboring under a few misconceptions here. Commoners were permitted to attend, but only as retainers. Retainers served knights, who served lords, who served the emperor. That's the way the Erebonian society functioned. From that vantage, the structure of the academy in its earlier days certainly seems to have embodied that social order. And if that's so,
They're really
what is there to
fighting.
suggest that it's not the social order itself that has become the aberration.
Well,
For one, if that were the case, it would be far easier for me to see my views put into practice. But I can hardly get a word in edgewise between you two. Well, I'd certainly enjoy a return to the way things were in Dreikel's time, at least in that particular respect.
Uh-huh.
Our apologies, Your Highness.
well, our role here is to consider your views and work toward implementing them.
See what I mean? Would you be so kind as to help me out here, Principal?
I'm here to moderate this board. It wouldn't do for me to express
poor
my
Olivier.
position on the issues at hand.
Has
That
to make all the
said,
decisions
I'm
himself.
sure your passion for reform will triumph in the end, Your Highness.
I suppose I should have known better than to look to my old teacher for sympathy.
It warms my heart to see such a fine teacher-student relationship.
Now, if I may, I'd like to steer this discussion toward a rather timely topic. We've already touched on the issues regarding the Orbital Net and the Orbital Staves, but I'd like to stress again that the adoption of new security measures for the Orbital Net should be a top priority.
Makes
I'm certainly
sense.
inclined to agree. But we'll have to rely on the Foundation directly, as things are looking a little shaky with the IBC.
You can leave that to me. The other matter I'd like to review is the use of the Orbital Staves and the Arcus units. Or more specifically, we need to talk about how Class 7 should operate from here on out.
Uh-huh. Why would
Setting
anything
aside the fact
change?
that my daughter is a member of Class 7, I think we need to reconsider how the class should be run, in light of what happened at Gorelia Fortress. While it certainly proved an excellent chance to see what the Arcus units are capable of, I have serious doubts about whether we should carry on with these field studies, given the current political climate.
Makes
Would
some
be difficult
sense.
to do so, I admit. With the terrorists at large and the problems in Crossbell unresolved, these are uncertain times.
At the very least, I believe it may be in the class's best interest to cancel this month's field study. We could always resume them once the terrorists have been arrested and the situation in
Uh-huh.
Crossbell calms down.
Calms down. Definitely happening. It's not about to escalate
Rise,
to
O
high
youth,
hell.
and become the foundation of the world. I'm sure you all recognize the words of Emperor Dreikel's. They become something of a school motto here. It's
Main
my belief
theme.
that Class 7's actions at Gorelia Fortress perfectly embody the spirit of that directive. They stood together to stop a tragedy in the making, and, in a sense, protected the foundation of our world. No one ordered them to do it. They took action of their own free will, because they knew in their hearts what was right. Some might call it recklessness. Some may think it rash. Some may even venture to call it hubris. However, as chairman of this academy, I'm incredibly proud of what the brave young men and women of Class 7 achieved.
Your Highness.
Troubled times may lay in store for Erebonia, and for the entire continent in the months and years to come. But I believe that makes something like Class 7's field studies all the more significant. The experiences they're having now will help them find the strength and the means to press on through adversity. I can't be the only one who feels this way, can I?
Can.
They do seem to be showing remarkable growth. That much is true. Although I have no idea how much my daughter is really capable of. Immature as she is.
Good point, good point.
I could say the same of my hothead of a son.
Good point, good
I
point.
wonder about my brother sometimes.
Not a good point.
However, it does seem that enrolling at this academy has helped him start breaking out of his shell.
It's true. Good point, good point. They all make very strong points about their respective
With
family
the Academy
members.
Festival coming next month, we hadn't even planned a field study. So the issue at hand is just whether to hold a field study at the end of this month or not. I'd like to ask those in favor of going ahead with this
gonna be all
month's field
four.
study to please raise their hands.
We're doing it, that's for sure. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
All right. I'd like to begin by taking everyone's ideas for our class's
Oh,
part in the
fuck's
school
sake.
festival.
We're doing this. Okay, fine. Must we?
The festival will run for 2 days next month, the 23rd and the 24th.
Next
Equipment
month.
setup and the other preparatory work will begin in the afternoon 2 days before the start of the festival. But there's a lot of preparation needed before we get to that point, and the sooner we get that underway, the better.
That's all
We're
the
back
more
in our
reason to
winter
figure out what
uniforms.
exactly we want to do. Some of our options include displays, events, stage shows, and cafes. Does that sound right, Crow?
Yeah, though no class I know would settle for just some simple display. I mean, come on.
Janice
no one ever
would.
said, boy, we better rush to get in the line for that display.
Janice
Well,
did.
either way, I'd like to start by
Alba
soliciting
did.
some ideas from all of you.
Slash Weissman did.
We're just brainstorming right now, so feel free to say whatever comes to mind.
Why is her face like that? Nobody knows? Nobody has any idea? Also, we've changed the seating.
Would it kill you all to give just a teensy bit of cooperation?
I know. It's just...
It's kind of hard to focus right now.
You're one to talk, standing up there with your nervous fidgeting.
I can't say I'm surprised.
The board of directors is in session as we speak, deciding what'll happen to our class.
And those of us with family members who sit on that board probably have even more cause for concern.
Why so?
You can say that again. We can't even be sure whether there'll be a field study this month.
That's about the long and short of it. With everything that happened during last month's field study, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they just canceled it.
I can't say I have any particular feelings of attachment to our field studies, but I refuse to accept needless changes to our curriculum, especially with my brother involved in the decision-making process.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Makes sense to me.
We also have to account for the fact that going on our field study means that much less time to prepare for the festival. So, as you can see, it presents a bit of a problem.
When are we going back to Heimdall,
Man,
though?
Look at you guys taking this all seriously.
I probably should have asked a little earlier, but what's this festival you guys keep talking about?
Oh, okay.
Wait, seriously?
She's going to tell us, the
Oh, I'm
audience.
sorry. I should have gone over that for your benefit.
Every year, the students here organize and put on a school-wide festival. There are stage events, food stalls, and all kinds of things.
Maybe we should do another cross-dressing play like Janice.
And it
Take
generally
inspiration.
falls to each of the first-year classes
Yeah.
to provide the main attractions.
Yeah, participating is optional for the second years, since by this point they're usually focusing on their future careers. Oh, and each of the clubs generally get involved too.
Huh, that sounds fun. In that case, we have to do something. We can't just let the other classes roll over us because we're small. You say that, but I've already had one of the girls from class 1 bluster up to me declaring that
Okay, I
this
feel like
time
that's a bit
victory will be
different.
all ours.
It's Ferris.
It
It's a
must
bit
have been
different.
Ferris. That sounds exactly like something she'd say.
Well, Class 1 does seem to have had it in for us ever since the midterm results were announced.
If it's all the same, I'd rather not see the House of High Arms claim yet another nominal victory. But we need to account for the fact that our class is markedly smaller than theirs is.
Yeah.
That's certainly true.
It'd help if we at least knew what the other classes are doing.
It kind of seems like everyone's having trouble staying focused.
Naturally.
Come on,
Really
everyone,
naturally.
get it
I don't think
together.
anyone could be focused in the face of very likely impending war and terrorist attacks. You know.
Instructor Sarah?
Isn't this a self-study period?
Oh, it was. But I thought you all might like to know that the board of directors meeting just adjourned a few minutes ago. So I decided to skip along down here and be the first to break the news.
Then?
What about our next field study? Are we still on?
The Chancellor's not the only one with a little too much iron in his blood, because the board voted unanimously
Yeah, makes
to have you
sense.
continue your field studies.
Cool.
You mean it?
Why are we so
that's
excited?
how
This
it
should
is.
suck for us.
You know, even though they're always hard work, I actually feel a little relieved.
Why?
Considering all that happened last month, we'll need to be especially careful.
Just have a
this
nice
time
rest, guys. It's 1
Still,
month.
It feels like our field studies are a big part of who we are as a class.
Yeah.
They're kind of a pain, but oh well.
That's
We
right,
should be
Fee.
grateful to His Highness and the directors.
That's good news.
Seeing the hard road and the easy road, then picking the hard one anyway. That's youth for you.
Right, Crow, right.
It
On my
also
side
sounds
here.
like His Highness and the directors will be taking off in pretty short order. So I'll let you guys out of study hall early to go see them if you want.
Oh,
If you say so.
Who
I
takes
think I'll
this
take
type
you
of
up
stuff
on that.
seriously, like staying here and studying during a free period where you're told to self-study? That's where you just do bullshit with each other because nobody gives a shit. Right, what's up with Sharon, man? Maybe Irina will shed some light. No? No. Okay. They're all heading out. They're just standing by their cars. Why are we getting this, like, panning shot? Hey, it's Mueller. About to say something, finally? Why does this not have dialogue? Not dialogue, voice acting. Yep. He's not allowed to tell you. He's gonna take Olivier's route, that's for sure. What? That's nonsense, Irene. No? They're not necessities at all. Okay.
To find myself indebted to you again so soon.
Well, we can find out what Mueller sounds like.
Without your intervention, the Chancellor and I would have met our maker in Crossbow.
Don't mention it.
We're just relieved you're all okay, Your Highness.
Indeed. I'm glad you were able to focus on making a positive contribution at the conference.
I wish I could tell you that's exactly what I did. I could scarcely find a place to chime in once the Chancellor and the Republic's president got going. Though the mayor of Crossbell managed to dumbfound even them.
He managed to dumbfound everyone with his
I
plan.
presume you're referring to his proposal for Crossbell's independence?
hard to believe it could actually happen.
Well, as long as both Erebonia and Calvard refuse to accept it, the likelihood of it actually happening is incredibly low.
Is it now?
Still, they're planning to hold a referendum on the issue to see if the population is in favor of it. So there'll be plenty more chances for disputes to break out over the issue.
Well, neither
Referendum's
of them
not
want
far
to lose all
now.
that sweet tax revenue from Crossbell. Half of it flows into the provinces too, so like, fat chance the noble faction's gonna take that line down.
Milliam. I swear, this kid has all the delicacy of a rock to the face.
So you're Milliam, are you? Your name seems to have come up with increasing frequency lately. I was hoping for a chance to see the famous Eric Getlem in action, though.
Oh, sure thing. Come on, Lamb!
Whoa there. Cool your jets.
I'm not
I
sure
hate her,
this is the
man.
best place to call out Eric Getlem. Just a hunch.
Lame.
Objection overruled.
That could have gotten messy.
Couldn't it?
Honestly, it would save us all a lot of trouble if you could just refrain from saying whatever pops into your mind, too.
That fits in perfectly.
Lame.
Oh, who might you be?
Say, are you from the Vander family? The one who serves as the prince's bodyguard?
Oh, did Neidhart mention me?
It's Mueller! Woo! Black Hole Man himself!
I'm Mueller Vander of the 7th Armored Division. I was with the Prince at the conference in Crossbell, so I'm in your debt as well. Glad to be able to thank you personally.
The honor is ours, sir.
It's an honor to meet a member of the esteemed Vander family.
Ah, so you're the Radiant Blade Master's daughter. And you must be a practitioner of the Eight Leaves One Blade style. I'm always happy to meet fellow students of the sword. Oh, and you must be the young man from Nord who my uncle wrote a reference for.
Yes, that would be me. I owe a lot to Lieutenant General Vander.
It sounds like he's in your debt as well, with everything that happened in Nord a few months ago. Well, you all seem like dependable young men and women.
I feel like I've heard his voice in this game before as well, though.
Perhaps the Prince's idea had some merit to it after all.
See? What did I tell you? And it's not just Class 7 either. The whole academy seems so full of life. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to break down social barriers by getting to know all of them in the academy's pool.
If you really want to
Oliver,
learn how to sweat,
really?
I'd be glad to let you run back to Heimdall. If you kept up a good sprint, I'll bet you could even make it in a couple hours.
You'd actually make me do it, too. Cruelty. My name is Mueller.
It's like their hearts practically beat in sync. That's certainly one way to look at it. I wonder how long they've known each other.
A very, very long time. That's all? Okay.
Well then, I bid you all a fond farewell. I hope we have the chance to meet again soon.
And then they were gone. That's another 3 days. Okay. It's incredible how strictly they've adhered to this structure. Okay. Is this Reen's job then? Who knows? I genuinely have no idea what they're going to come up with. And yeah, we're back to our standard uniform. Oh, that's it? That's very vague what we need to do. Also, is this the last? I don't know, man. I'm not thinking about it anymore. That's it? You're just heading back to dorm? Nothing to do? Fair enough, I guess. How are we doing for these? Sharon's got 2 empty slots. Plenty empty here to deal with. Oh, year 2 class 3, 4, and 5 nearly done there. Yeah, we're making good progress through this. We may be done soon enough. At least the ones we can get in this playthrough. Okay, first floor, here we go. Actually, this is the reverse of what I usually do. Everyone's back too, so this is going to take a while. She's a hungry woman, and that's about right for Colette. She wants to shop. Lisa. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Genuinely, I have no idea if Irena's going to come back in this game or not. She might because of Sharon, but I also don't know if Sharon's actually directly connected to her in this secret that Sarah knows about her. I've never understood this nonsense. Just have them fight us, you know, that'd be a good idea. It's like, hey, can you beat us in a fight? Here's a reward. Yeah? Okay. I genuinely have no idea what we could do. That's about right for him. I also doubt that will happen, but good luck. They did hire recruit Milliam. Where's Margarita though? Okay. She really doesn't. You shouldn't have accepted her. What? That was so casual. Just don't let her near anything, honestly. She's an intelligence operative. You shouldn't be so positive toward her. What? Okay, Clara, you're unhealthy. You're never going to become a great artist like this. Great artists have some management of themselves. Lionheart medal? Damn it. We'll get it, I swear. Get the SSS in. That's a good study. Not field study. That's a good display. The Police of Crossbell. He's actually right. He was. I mean, he's used to it. He enjoys it at this point. You guys like hang out with the kids? Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Jesus. Okay, peculiar dishes. We have colorless noodles for you. Nothing else. I feel like there should have been two, but who knows? Only 8 years. It's quite young still. Yep. Margarita, fucking hell, she's back. Please grow up. Please. Right. Poor Vincent. Operetta? What the fuck is an operetta? The janitor being helpful, about right for trails. Anyone outside? Not many. Let's go around though. Adel, how are you? Okay, and we need to do some fishing. Just another gold salmon. That sucks. They're really hard to get to.
That's a
Oh.
catch.
Really, another one?
That's a
Jesus. Salamander now? Really? That's all?
What even is this?
I feel like we've missed some fish.
Caught one.
That's bad. Maybe we should change our rod, but that wouldn't help. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, old schoolhouse. Anything here? Doesn't appear to be. Let's go. Anyone over here? Yeah, in front of the school is a couple. Oh. Triple. A triplet. A trifecta, I don't know. Thanks, monk. Could come back. Uh-huh. She's growing, yeah. Not she's growing, he's growing in accordance with her. She's making him grow. It's quite entertaining. But it's not that big a difference for him compared to her, honestly. Only we would ever conceive it? I don't think there's anything like that. I'm not creative in these matters, so I couldn't think of anything at all. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? Well, Police's class, not very much. Is that a valid answer? Fencer Club's in. No, 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 no. He'll not come close. I feel like you're going to graduate far faster than he could ever improve. Okay. Right. Good luck with that, Patrick, I guess. I don't believe you'll ever come close, Loggins, but you may as well try. How's the swim club doing? They're still just posing somehow. Yeah, cool. I really don't think that's a healthy idea. Also, wouldn't it be warm inside? Butterfly, it's really not that hard. Like, Butterfly is actually quite easy. To do it well is very difficult, but just to Butterfly for the sake of it, no, it's not hard. I love how, like, Portrait's also posing. It's funny as fuck. They're genuinely just standing there, floating. It's absurd. Why didn't they create, like, a basic animation? Really, just, like, at least have them stretch their hands out to their sides. Please. Who's in here? 3 of you? Okay. He's acting like he doesn't have to think. Okay. Like Rosenberg in a way. Leading a man. Yeah, right. Right. What was it then? It's a nice conversation. You should also be thanking Kia, I suspect. Like, you really should probably be thanking Kia. I know you don't know she exists, but still. It'd be a good idea. Seraphic Ring. Fully heals and heals 30. What the fuck? Cures chaos. What the fuck? Yes. Why is that so good? Ragnar Vortex is here. Okay. I mean, we might as well get it. We'll get Ragnar. Fuck it. We have so much, we might as well. Purgatorial Flame. Class 4S? Okay. Okay. I'll assume that means SSSS, making it the most powerful attack we've seen so far. We need to exchange. We do have a lot now. Now, I'd love to buy the covers finally, but I can't quite bring myself to. Actually, I need to switch yours. I can't quite bring myself to the potential of wasting my money on what's coming in the future. Like Megalith. Earth Elemental Muscles. Increases obtained XP. I see. HP, EP, CP. Regenerate in field. XP multiplied by 1.25. I mean, it's not very good, but sure. You know, I guess it's acceptable. It's a grinding tool in a way. I don't know why we would need it. Like, at all? Especially with catch-up XP in this game? It's a bit strange. Honestly, I always think this guy's super old, and then I look at his face and I'm like, wait a minute, you're like in your 20s. Wow, that was the only chance for us to buy issue 7? Huh. Okay. Well, might as well check as usual. How are you guys, Evie Lind? We'll be fine. Though the outfit's probably not great. Just don't make it too Japanese. It'll be fun. I mean, being a visitor is always more fun. It's not that bad. Like, if they don't create anything, they don't create anything. Who cares? It's not like it's a requirement. Realistically. He's like, you know, I guess you can borrow it. But really, he's like, borrow it if you need to, don't worry. Little Ramsey. Emma. Yeah. Grace. Thank God, Emma, you managed to beat her. Like, imagine going with Dorothy's idea. It'd be so strange. A fishing game. I don't know. Go import a fish for us to catch. Yeah. I mean, you could do, I'd say a display of where you've been, but apparently you guys don't want a display, so I don't know. Beryl, how are you? Which one? Oh, okay, that'll be, oh, fuck. A tournament? I actually have to win? Oh, no. That's so fucked. It's so much RNG. Jesus. Rex, I hate you. Genuinely, he's vile. Oh, it's the student council. Yeah, that's insane. Do it anyway, Reem. Just barge and go like, Toa, I saved your life. Give me some advice. I feel like it'd work out. Sometimes you just need to call in your favors. Did you just figure that out? You are literally staff. Just go meet him if you wanted to. It's too late now. You could. Hey, it's my favorite character. You love reading still, right? Oh. Stargaze Tower, there you go. Good luck with that. I wish you the best. It's Celine. Do you want some fucking milk? What are you going to give me if not Katza, then? What the fuck is the point of giving her milk, man? Right, reading time. Erebonian Folklore, Volume 3. Woo! Only 4 pages. Okay. Considering the size and history of the Erebonian Empire, it should come as no surprise that it has a wealth of folklore, perhaps more than any other nation on the continent. This is the last in a series of 3 books that will introduce a small number of the legends and traditions in Erebonia. It is my wish that this series will stimulate new interest in the rich history and mythology of this great nation. Dark Dragon. An evil dragon said to have emerged from beneath the earth in Heimdall during the early Dark Ages. We recently killed it. It is said that the miasma it exhaled turned the capital into a city of the dead, resulting in Erebonia's centre being temporarily moved to St. Arc to the south. That's why it's the old capital. That's super interesting, actually. Though no hard evidence exists to verify these claims, according to the legends, it was eventually vanquished by the Emperor and his knights. Great knight. Okay. Oh, this is the thing they talked about earlier, actually. A giant knight claimed to have appeared on the continent on numerous occasions since even before the Erebonian Empire was founded 1,000 years ago. Existing descriptions of it are vague and differ between regions, suggesting that its existence is mere legend. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen this before. Immortal King. Terrifyingly powerful fiends, which exist in many tales across the country, said to wield a staff and have a skull for a head. They are rumored to steal the lives of any who witness them. The origin of these particular creatures are unknown, and some provinces regard them as no different from the Grim Reaper. The Crimson Demon. A fabled devil said to wield 1,000 weapons. Accounts described as wreathed in flames, but only a small number of the reports exist. All found in the areas surrounding Heimdall. We haven't seen this before, have we? That's interesting. I wonder if that'll come up. Okay, well that leaves just the scene before the dormitory and we're done for now. Let's see. Yep.
Insects, huh? Well, it is
Insects,
small, I
huh?
guess.
Yeah, I'm really seeing them. Or hearing them.
Hard to believe I've already been here half a year. The festival used to seem so far off, and now it's just next month.
It's still pretty far off.
The past 6 months really have flown by.
Huh? Is that you, Reem?
Oh. I guess we do get to talk to Toa. She got out of there pretty fast.
Toa? Hey there. Haven't seen you out and about too much lately. I thought you were still stuck in today's student council meeting.
I'm surprised you heard about it.
Yeah, I
We
heard
just
about
finished
it.
up a little while ago.
Didn't just
So I
eavesdrop.
thought that was a nice point to call it a day.
I see. Did you guys discuss the Academy Festival?
Yep. We've still got a lot we need to nail down before next month to keep the preparations running smoothly. There's enough to discuss that we're actually meeting again tomorrow.
Sounds like work's really keeping you busy then. By the way, have you figured out what you'd like me to help you with tomorrow? I'll even take the tasks now if you have them handy.
Oh, I usually sort those out before I go to bed.
Oh.
I guess I could go over them now, but there's some shopping I really need to do. Sorry. Is it okay if I give them to you tomorrow morning like usual?
That's totally fine.
Let me just go shop for you and then do the task at the same time afterwards.
Reem, there's something I
I
want
guess
to tell
that's
you.
contradictory,
And
you
I'm sorry
know.
it's taken me so long to say it, but
Thank
I want
you.
you and everyone from Class 7 to know how grateful I am
Oh.
for what you did at Corellia Fortress.
Oh. It's fine, really. We've gotten plenty of rounds of thanks for it already. We just kind of ended up in the wrong place at the right time, and we were lucky the instructors were there, and...
Canonically, you were. Gameplay-wise, not really. They helped, but
Doesn't
not
change
that
the fact
much.
you saved my life.
And by they, I mean Sarah.
I wasn't on the same floor where the conference was being held,
By not that much, I mean they were significantly important, but I could have done without them.
but if a shot from the railway guns had hit Orcus Tower, I doubt I'd be standing here today.
Toa.
Probably not.
I'm just glad you're safe.
Thanks. Anyway, I feel like I'm just kind of babbling on and repeating myself now, so I'll stop myself here.
Huh. She's awfully conscientious, isn't she? Oh, you said you were on your way out to do some shopping, right? Is there
I
a
mean,
lot on your
help
list?
you.
Well,
Is that what he's gonna
amount,
say?
I suppose. Oh, and I just remembered I need to pick up that stuff at the bookstore too.
So a lot.
Then after I get everything I need at the general store, I might have to make a trip back here to drop it off.
You could do that. Or I could come along with you and help carry all those bags. So how about it? No strings. I just feel like you could use a hand.
Oh no, there's no way I could drag you along on all my errands. I mean, sure, it'd be a big help, but
Yeah,
I
but you
just
didn't
feel so
ask
badass
him.
for
He
you to do it.
volunteered.
Ugh, that makes it sound like deep down I secretly want you to come, and that's not.
You probably do. I mean,
Well,
it would be
If
helpful.
it eases your conscience, there's actually something I need your advice on. It's about my class and what we can do for the upcoming festival.
She's gonna recommend what they did last year then. Okay. And then they shopped. She would have had to carry all of this herself. Yep, genius of her. Micht! Why are you at Micht's? Okay, bit strange.
That should be everything.
Hopefully, considering the volume.
Is it this late already?
I guess the sun has started setting a little earlier lately. Still, I had no idea you came here often.
Well, Mick is always able to get stuff you can't buy anywhere else. He's my go-to guy when there's something I can't get at the Academy store. Like fireworks to use in school events.
You can't order that through the school?
We even asked him for a penguin costume once, and
Oh
he
no,
actually
not the
got
penguin
it.
costumes. Not the Kia penguin costume again.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a pretty unique shopping list.
It was a pretty good penguin costume though.
Wait! How did you end up with all those bags? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Here, give me some of those.
He's
Don't worry
really
about
struggling
it.
to look
It's
over
fine.
them.
You're carrying plenty as it is.
Sorry, Rain.
I feel like he's holding them wrong though, considering he has only 3 bags. He can easily hold all of them in his actual hands.
How about we take a break in the rest area over there? I'll buy you a coffee or something. You wanted to ask me something about the Academy Festival too, right?
Is Misty gonna get involved in this?
Ooh, yeah, that does sound like a problem. Well, your class doesn't have enough people
The
to
number
do
of
anything that
bags.
involves large-scale equipment or decorations.
But she's probably pretty strong, so you know what, maybe it makes sense.
You all could get together and run a little cafe without any problems, if you all wanted to do something like that.
I'd thought about it, yeah. Still, if we're going to do something, I at least want it to be as impressive as what the other classes are doing.
Feeling a little competitive, aren't we, Reen?
They sure are.
You have enough people to put on a play or run a game tournament, but other first-year classes have already applied to do both of those.
So we're not doing a
I
play.
see. I don't really want to copy an idea another class is already doing. Actually, didn't you, Crow, Angelica, and George use the stage for your exhibit last year?
Oh?
You heard about that? How much do you know?
Not too much.
Oh my god.
All of them seemed to dance around the details. One thing they all agreed on, though, was that it was a real hit.
No, no, no.
Me and my big mouth. You really want to know?
No.
If you don't mind telling me anyway. Who knows? It
Don't.
might help me think of something Class 7 could do.
Don't.
Well, if you insist, I can't turn down a chance to help a sweet, fledgling first year. Especially after how much you helped me. I'll reach down to my toes and muster every last bit of courage to tell you.
No.
Thanks. Was it some kind of traumatic experience or something?
Well,
Don't.
in short,
Okay, never mind.
put on a musical
Woo!
performance.
This is
A
great.
little concert of sorts, you could say.
Let's do it.
Wow, really? I wouldn't have expected that from you guys. So you can play an instrument then?
I'm afraid not.
Singing?
That's how I got stuck being the singer. Angie, Crow, and George all played for the show, though.
Wow, that actually sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
But you don't have time.
Musical show. I'm sure Elliot would be a
You'd have
big
to
help.
learn how to play music in like 3 or 4 days, and while Persona 4 did it, I'm not sure if you
what
could.
kind of music was it? Classical? Folk? Show tunes?
Well, it's hard to describe, but it was passionate.
Oh my god, they did an
modern.
idol performance. They
I'm
did a fucking
not
idol
sure
performance.
I get what you mean.
Well, it's not really.
They did a
genre
fucking
that's
idol.
not
I
on
can't.
the
No. No, hold
You
on.
wouldn't hear it played in Heimdall's Opera House, that's for sure.
Don't do it.
All right. Do you have some free time tomorrow evening?
No,
If you can't
don't
come
do
until
this to
after we're
her.
done exploring the old schoolhouse, that's okay with me.
Tomorrow evening? Yeah, that
Oh
should be fun.
boy.
Should I meet you in the student council room?
Oh no. Can you go to the computer room in the main school building?
Sure
Okay,
thing.
that's weird.
Does this have something to do with the
A
concert
video?
we held last year?
You'll just have to find out tomorrow night.
This is bold. Not something I expected, honestly.
Sorry to keep asking favors.
Okay.
But would you mind coming to the lower class dormitory with me? If we stay out here much longer, we're going to miss dinner at the dorms.
You have a point. But really, I'm fine with all the bags. Just leave the heavy lifting to me.
You're so stubborn.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. That's really all I can say. Progressive Chaos. Well, that's a name for a chapter. Are you doing Heimdall again? Oh, not even him saying anything. Alright, we'll save. And we'll do that next time. As we're approaching, I suspect, the end of the game. Not too close, but not particularly far. Okay, bye-bye.